Hi, family, and it's vibe with Yaira here again. So I saw the story on X and I decided to share with you all. So let's dive in. During my law school, I sent money to a girl to visit me twice, but she didn't show up. I slid into her DM on Twitter and made my intentions clear to her. We flirted and later agreed to meet each other. But she lived in Lagos and I was far away in NLS Kano at that time. She then agreed to visit me in Asaba when I started my law school internship because Asaba was closer to Lagos than Kano. As soon as I arrived in Asaba for court internship, I sent her 30K for tea fare to and from. She was to spend the weekend with me. The Friday she was supposed to arrive in Asaba, her phone number wasn't going through. I called and tested all through, but to no avail. Her phone was switched off and all my tests unreplied. On Sunday evening, she called me and told me that she fainted on her way to the park. Hey, my gender. Let's continue. She said her neighbors had to rush her to the hospital on Friday, but there was no money to admit her. They had to buy drugs from the pharmacy and get drip. She sent me a photo of her with a drip on her arm. As a nice guy, I told her not to worry, but get lots of rest. I asked her to use the 30K fare to settle medical bills and sent an additional 5K for her to get fruit. Whoa. She was very grateful. We kept chatting every day. 2 months later, just as my internship was running off, I asked her to visit me again before I returned to Kano. She agreed. The law firm where I did my internship paid me 50K cash for 6 weeks of internship. I deposited this entire sum into her account for tea fare. I asked her to use God is good first class mottos. She was happy and promised to turn up no matter what happens. That day, I waited and waited, but she didn't show up. Her line was inactive. Her Twitter account was sadly deactivated. That day, I was disappointed. I had been planning the different ways to handle her once she arrives. I wanted to cry. I would return to Kano with overripe coin. 3 days later, when I was already back to school in Kano, she called me and told me that she was sorry that her sister died that morning, so she couldn't come. She told me that she was still grieving, so I should understand my gender. I told her that I thought she was an only child, so where is the dead sister coming from? I even showed her screenshots of her test where she mentioned she was an only child. I asked her to explain, or else I will call EFCC for this matter. She quickly told me that she wasn't talking about her real sister, that the person that died was a cousin from her mother's side, but they were like sisters because she was always at their house and used my 50K to sort out mortuary bills. I said, okay, I understand. I focused on my studies because I wanted a first class at law school, but she continued to chat and call me every day. After my graduation from law school, I told her I got a job at an American company in Abuja as an associate. I showed her photos of my new duplex, huge flat screen, TV, AC, and a slick interior. I also showed her a photo of my new company car my boss gave to me because fanboy lawyer like me can't be entering public transport. She was so impressed and congratulated me. She offered to come spend one whole week with me in Abuja. She told me not to worry, that she will stay at home and cook and clean when I go to work during the week. I sent her 15K for bus fare and told her I will give her return fare to Lagos when she's leaving. On the day she was to come to Abuja, she called me early in the morning to update me before leaving the house. She called when she got to the park, when the bus left Lagos, when she was at local just stopover. She called when she arrived at the park in Abuja. I told her to walk out of the park and take a bike to Rain Oil Petrol Station at Gwarinpa, where I could be waiting to pick her up with my car. After getting off the phone with her, after getting off the phone with her, I switched off my phone, plug it to charge, took off my shirt and slept off in front of my fan. By the time I switched on my phone by 6 p.m., I saw 79 angry texts from her on WhatsApp, Twitter, and SMS. I called her as soon as she picked up and she started shouting at me, even before I had the chance to say anything. She said she was stranded on the road and had been calling me. That I knew she didn't have any money at all, not even money in her bank account. That she didn't like this, that I should quickly pick her up from the junction. I told her not to be angry, that I bashed someone's Benz on my way to pick her and we've been at the mechanic shop. I told her that they seized my phone so I won't run away. That is why it was switched off, but it was all sorted out now because of my insurance. I told her my car was still at the mechanic, but she should flag down a bike man so I would give him direction to my house. Immediately she hailed a bike and gave the phone to the man so I can direct him. I asked the bike rider to tell her to go home, that I didn't even know where Garimpa was in Abuja because I still live in Kano. I still live in Asaba. I told him to tell her that however she managed to find her way home, that is, if she finds her way home, I don't care. Then I switched my phone off and went back to sleep in front of my fan. The end. So, guys, who do you support? The guy or the lady? Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to get interactive in the comment section. Let's see who you support. Is it a guy or the lady? And thank you for watching my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, comment, and share. Thank you for watching my video.